Beauty is something that every person and living creature has. However, these days people only see beauty as how appealing on the eye you are. Now, in movies, it's becoming a rather common thing to have a not so pleasant looking person at the start of the movie go through a huge visual transformation, becoming the most beautiful girl or man in the room. This normally shocks everyone, including the audience watching, so today we are going to honour all of these beautiful people in the top 10 ugly duckling transformations. Starting things off with Gracie Hart in Miss Congeniality. Gracie needed to undergo a significant transformation when she's tasked with a new job of going undercover at the 75th annual Miss United States beauty pageant. Being a police officer, and there was indeed a huge bomb threat at this event, to fit in she really did need to change her tomboyish looks. However, it weren't just these looks that she had to change many other features about herself also. She entitled an overhaul including lessons on how to dress, walk and act like a supermodel, shocking absolutely everybody. Of course, while Gracie's appearance may have changed, she did demonstrate how good of a cop she actually was by sussing out the real threat and saving the newly crowned Miss United States. This proves that not all makeovers change the person you actually are, and she was still an absolutely incredible police officer. Next up here, we're going to TOULA in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Now, lots of us have an overbearing family, and hopefully they aren't as bad as TOULA's family. They do want success for TOULA, but they want it in their way. They want her to go off and marry a Greek boy so she can make some Greek babies and cook for the rest of her life. But she strives for something more than that. She wants to accomplish amazing things, so one day she decided to enroll in a computer class at the local community college. TOULA decides to completely change her look in an effort to get out of her rut. So she ditches her glasses for contact lenses, wears a load of makeup, and gets a completely new hairstyle. This transformation shows that it's never too late to change, and a makeover can be a truly great thing. It also teaches the audience the life lesson to always do what makes you happy in life. Next up here, we've got THERMOPOLIS from The Princess Diaries. Starting off a geeky and frizzy-haired teenager, Mia was played by the one and the only Anne Hathaway, who really did fit the role very well. One day, however, she is stunned to discover that she's actually a princess and heir to the throne of Genovia.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
With a huge role to fill, Mia receives princess lessons.
She is gorgeous. Let us take a closer look.
And is even given a glamorous makeover that shocked the whole audience. Anne Hathaway definitely changed her complete style and really looked beautiful. Of course, with this movie focusing on a true life lesson that true beauty is from the inside, when she accepts her role as the princess, she appears untidy and drenched in water, proving the point that appearance isn't everything. Moving on now, we're going to an absolute classic movie from the 90s. We do indeed have Tay in CLUELESS. Now, starting off, we have your prototypical Valley girl, Cher. Cher tries to use her influence to give back on the community by making new girl Tay popular. In order to do this, Cher and her best friend gave Tay a much needed makeover, highlighting how beautiful she actually was. Looking incredible, she walked through in school, and ultimately it kind of backfires on Shay when Tay becomes the new top girl and becoming more popular than her. Cher uses this as a life lesson to herself though, reflecting on the situation, realizing she needs to start prioritizing what's actually important in life. And looks and popularity really wasn't that. Now next up here we have another classic. It is indeed CADY Heron in Mean Girls. CADY went from a homeschooling girl living in an amazing continent of Africa to attending a classic American high school. So let's just say she had a lot of adjusting to do. Normally these ugly duckling transformations happen towards the end of the movie and it has a positive effect on the character. However, in Mean Girls, it's actually the other way around. At the start of the movie, CADY makes friends with the mean girls from the school, so she had to visually change a lot to fit in with these girls. Wearing short skirts and pink as her main colour now, CADY's change on her physical appearance made her really change the person she actually was on the inside too, becoming meaner than the mean girls themselves. Luckily, she managed to sort herself out though to finally transform into a beautiful young lady inside and out. Now coming in my third place, it is arguably my favourite, and this is indeed Yennefer from The Witcher. Now this is actually a TV series rather than a film, but it had to make it on the list for how incredible this transformation was. In the early part of the season of The Witcher, Yennefer is introduced as an outcast, disowned by her family for her physical alignments. Yennefer struggled with a twisted spine resulting in a hunched back, while her jaw is misaligned and protruding to one side. Being a mage herself, she knew she could get a huge transformation, so she visited an artist so she could go through this body change that she knew would give her much more beauty and power in the cruel world she lived in. However, this backfired as he rips her wound from her body and sets it aflame before straightening her back and jaw, turning her into the beautiful sorceress she always wanted to be. Very sadly, she'll spend the rest of her days trying to find a way around what was taken from her, never being able to birth a child. Now coming into my second spot today, we have indeed got all of the Zeta Alpha Zeta girls from the House Bunny. This transformation isn't just one girl or boy, it was a whole sorority of young women, who all completely flipped their looks around. How did this come about, you ask? Well, it all started off when Playboy bunny Shelly forcefully loses her job and was forced to become a house mother at the Zeta Alpha Zeta sorority house in order to have a roof over her head. She soon loved all of the girls and realised in order to prevent the sorority from shutting, she had to turn these girls from shy nerds into hot guy magnets. With all the Zeta Alpha Zeta girls' lives changed, quickly even Shelly learnt a thing or two off of those girls. Thankfully, the movie finished with all of the girls happy as well as keeping their sorority house. Now, in my top number one spot today is an absolute classic, and is a Disney classic, which is indeed Cinderella. Cinderella is arguably the most iconic transformation scenes in movie history, and probably where this whole ugly duckling transformation thing come about. This is the story of a young lady who is mistreated by her stepmother and stepsisters, and is forced to stay in and clean her house spotless every day. However, one incredible day, Cinderella's fairy godmother come to her rescue and granted Cinderella the most beautiful transformation. As well as that, she also got a magical carriage ride to attend the prince's ball she'd always desired to attend. It was here where her true beauty shone through and she earned the love from the prince. So there you guys go, that is indeed my top 8 list of ugly duckling transformations. Let me know down in the comments what your favourite one on this list was. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I will see you next time, guys.